do appreciate this code we are talking about, but I would like you, the panelists, to put it in a better way, that professionalism did exist. The code is not going to tell us a staircase would be 1.5. No, the architect knows that by training. The code is trying to put people together. And you should tell us properly how a builder starts and where he ends. He starts by having an idea. Please explain to us. He looks at a planner, what he can build in that area. He goes to other service providers, an architect, goes to an engineer, is there road, water, goes to an engineer, is there pipes, water, electricity. Let's put things in a progressive way where us, Kenyan, can know how to build. Let's not put it like a Bible we are going to read.
My name is Mark Ekale Ekwam, as the moderator said, that we said our name. I am from the internet service provider in the ICT sector. Why we not have smart communities, and I think internet service providers will provide that solution.
Thank you.
Either in motor vehicles or movement of people or monitoring of the communities where we stay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What capacities are you giving the residential station to be able to support the compliance bit of the NCA when it comes to this implementation of the new building codes? Because sometimes we find ourselves not.
That's a direct question.
My name is Modi, I'm an urban planner, and we generally agree to truly promote the inclusion of homeowners and the community. The building code should provide incentives for compliance. So in what ways will the relevant stakeholders, the NCA and the bodies represented there, provide incentives for compliance?
My name is Milton from Safaricom, and I had two questions. Not directly to any specific person, but maybe either of you can answer. Number one, I just wanted to find out what is the effectiveness of the Mulika Mjengo. I think you mentioned something like that. Has it been embraced by the people, and to what extent, or what is the percentage of people that have embraced that to bring alerts to yourself?
How might resident associations engage with the code with respect to objections, retrospective approvals, and community engagement?
My name is Architect David Kidaki. Registered in 1978, number 749. I have many questions, but ask you two only in obedience.
Thank you.
NCA. When does NCA come into the project cycle? And why? And who needs a building code? And what difference does it make? Who needs a building code? And what difference does it make? You said it is inclusive and advocates inclusivity. Who was and who are the new ones? Thank you.
Yes, SSCA, since the launch, since the building code was launched, which I said it was launched on 17th of July this year. So what we are doing from now up to next year for the whole of 1 year, because the code itself, it will be effective from 1st of March 2025. So between now and next year, we will be having a lot of program on sensitization. And I want to assure you that CARA is part of the stakeholders that we are going to engage. And during those sensitization, of course, we'll be having booklets, the copies of the same building code. So we'll be able to, we are doing sensitization. And not only with CARA, with all the stakeholders in the construction industry, and also the users. So that is in place.
Thank you.
On who need building code. I think the answer for this is all of us. Yeah, of course you indicated that the building code was there, why this, Why I think it is all of us is because it affects all of us. Because the spaces which are created through this building code, we are all users of it.
So that just should just go for record. What can be done about enabling environment? I think work is up, especially I mentioned on the specific clause 161, which talks about integrating sustainable design strategies and encouraging projects to go for green building certification. So a lot of work is happening there, if I just may enlighten the audience for those who may not be aware. So a lot of green building rating systems, we have currently, we started off from international rating systems like IFCH, which are coming for all US lead. But as a country, we have now developed a number of local green rating systems. One of them is Greenmark, supported with the Ministry of Environment, anchored at Green Africa Foundation. Then we also have Architecture Association of Kenya, as Safari Green Building Index, which is also a local tool in the process of now being operationalized so that these ones can be also available and used to the local context. I know the State Department of Public Works is working on a regulation, sustainable buildings, climate change regulations, so that regulation is basically enforcing the Climate Change Act of 2016 to be able to provide the enabling environment for these green building ratings, which are currently voluntary, so that they can be supported within a regulatory framework that then they can be used. But in the meantime, you can choose either or if you want, depending on you understanding the value of why do I need to have my project certified green. And then of course, I think that is the only part where may, to the best of my knowledge, has been used. Then allow me, since I have the mic, just to respond to what my seniors have raised. My lecturer, Engineer Evans Goro, he's taught me theory of structures, and also my senior architect. I think the questions are related, Architect David as well. Engineer emphasizes that we should emphasize professionalism did exist. Absolutely. In fact, I can, without fear of contradiction, say professionalism existed much more better and was more in trend much earlier in the practice than it is now. And that one I can say with, and of course I would relate it with what my other colleague had said. Then what is the incentive as well? I mean, we must first appreciate and forget about shortcut. So what does the building code make a difference? Why then do we need the building code? I'll just use just a simple example from the code. So architects already know that we should design buildings with ventilations, with windows that are lighted. We know. But now, I as an architect, I have the leeway I could put the entire walls of my rooms to be having glass. Or I can decide I just want small slit portions of them. That may affect other users, it may affect the user of the room themselves and also neighbors. But now where the building code comes in that space, the building code based on many factors and for enhancing a more better environment for all states, for example, that all habitable rooms must have a minimum window area which is not less than 10% of the wall surface that you have. So it limits me now as an architect. Even if I had the pleasure, I wanted to do 6 or 8, I must ensure that I have achieved 10%. How I achieve it, the code does not prescribe to me. So that creates order, ensures that we have quality space, and of course we could be able to give many examples that colleagues in the room may be able to speak about. So I think it is important for us to have a common frame that this is a bare minimum for us. How we enforce that now depends on us to do so. That
the effectiveness of the Nca code and what do we need moving forward. I want to start by mentioning that for the last 3 months, 2 months actually to be precise, we've had meetings with the county government, with the governor, His Excellency the Governor Sakaja. We've had a meeting, the first meeting we had with the NCA, and then the second one we had with the county government. It's sad that this one is representing here. And the third one we had with the National Building Inspectors. And speaking of which, I think I've not heard any mention of the NBI in the court. Besides that, so the 3 meetings that we've had, Well, actually, because as an organization, we do not have prosecutory powers, or we do not have legal framework to which we can enforce some of the things that we get from the public. And the reason we've had these consultative meeting, collaborative meetings, was actually to see how we can partner with the NCA, with the county, and the National Building Inspectorate, so that some of the complaints that we get, because as an organization, ours is mostly advocacy. We speak out, and then the NCA now and the county are the ones who have the legal framework and the prosecutory powers. And with that journey of the four, the Mulika Mjengo initiative will actually be one of the key things that I will connect to what the gentleman was asking there about what capacities are the residents association given in terms of compliance. I think when we look at that, we can use that platform as a way of we are engaging. Because all the organizations, government organizations want to be there everywhere, but getting that information from where you live, from where you stay, it can only, if we have a central point where we can collect and know that because we've gone as much as Choka, the amount of Lavington, Kileleshwa, Isli, a number of issues that they are valid. Some are valid. Some, when we go to site, we establish that probably they had delayed. There was some delay in terms of implementation of the regulations. But if we can actually have a way of making it a tool that we can use, I think we can go far in terms of compliance, in terms of expanding the built environment industry.